Let's knit a child version of this super cool hat. So get your large loom and bulky yarn, other supplies, and let's begin with the cast on. First, we need to secure the yarn to the anchor peg, and I'm going to do a simple knot. You can do a slip knot, and then we're going to wrap every peg. I'm going to the right, you can go to the left. It will have no effect on this pattern. We'll then knit one row of the U-wrap knit stitch. To do the knit stitch, half wrap the peg and then knit off. Once you're done knitting the cast on, then you can go ahead and remove the knot from the anchor peg. And we're going to start knitting rows 1 through 12, where we will do a knit 1, purl 4. Again, you're using the U-wrap version of the knit stitch, and so you half wrap and you knit off. And then your next stitch is going to be a purl stitch. So you're going to take your hook, scoop up your yarn and create a new loop. Then take the old loop off the peg, put the new one on, pull your yarn and tighten. Let's do that again. You're going to scoop up the yarn and create a new loop. Take the old loop off, put the new one on, and tighten your yarn. And remember that there's 4 purls. So here is purl number 3 and purl number 4. And then you're going to repeat the pattern. So you're going to knit 1 and purl 4. If you're using an odd numbered loom like I am, you're going to have an extra purl. So you finish with the last peg by knitting a purl stitch. And then you're ready for rows 13 and 14, which are just 2 rows of the U-wrap knit stitch. For rows 15 through 28, you're going to do a purl 1, knit 4, which is the opposite. So where you did your knit stitch here, you'll do a purl, and here you'll do knits. So purl and knit 4. This is how your work will look, and that means you should be done. These look a little tight, but we're going to fix that. Just get ready now for the bind off. In other words, we're going to close the hat. Take your working yarn and you're going to wrap it around the loom, about 1 and a little bit more. I kind of went out way too much. Cut your yarn, and then there's more than one way to do this. I like to use my needle, so I'm going to thread it with the working yarn, and then I'm going to come from the bottom up, and I'm going to make sure that I feed this working yarn through every loop on the loom. Your other option is to take the hook and from the bottom scoop up. I don't like to do it that way. I prefer the needle, and to be exact, I prefer a metal needle. Just make sure that you get the yarn through every single loop, and once you've done that, you get the hook and you're going to remove all of the loops from the loom. Keep going, and once you can free your work, you can stretch your stitches. This is very important, otherwise the hat will look really weird. Pull the drawstring to close the top and try to pull to close. Then you can turn the hat inside out, and we're going to pull the drawstring as tight as you can and get your needle, and we're going to sew in a circular manner. And as we sew, we pull on the drawstring to close the opening on the top. So I'm going to go around about 3 times. You keep going until your hat is completely closed on the top. And once you've done that, you can go ahead and make a knot. I do 2. You don't have to do 2, you can do 1. And then cut the excess yarn. Turn the hat back around, and you're basically done. There's your hat. Now I did tighten my cast on loops, and now I'm ready to weave in my end, and so I make sure I get just a little loop to even things out right at the edge, and then I start going upwards, feeding the yarn all the way a few inches up, and then I turn around and come down with the yarn. I just feel it more secure. Then you're done. Pull on the string, cut the yarn, and that's it. There's the kids version of the Parthenon hat. I hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Please share the video. It helps me a lot. And until next time, like, comment, and if you haven't already done so, subscribe.